everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Right, eucalyptus and honey, in we go. Wow. Sorry I'm on late today. Had grandma duties this morning. I was expecting sort of an hour and a half, which turned into 3.5 hours. And yes, sounding a bit croaky. Nothing like running around outside in the sun and the wind with a 3-year-old and an 18-month-old, but absolutely adore it. Okay, what do I want to have a look at in this particular reading? Jack Smith has surfaced. Okay, so Jack Smith did a interview with MSN Now's Nicole Wallace, his first actual journalistic interview since he resigned from the DOJ. I've put a copy of that, posted a link to the interview in my post section, and underneath that I've also put a link to the MS Now actual written version of it. Okay, so Jack has appeared again, very much reiterating, I have investigated cases focusing on the facts and laws throughout my career. We did this case the same way, under the same standards. He's come on to say, the thing that's important for your viewers to know is those standards are not meant to change from one administration to the next, and in my experience, until now, they haven't. And he then went on, I was perfectly happy to bring this case if the facts and law warranted it or not. It hasn't mattered what person's political party was to, it hadn't mattered. He's basically gone on to say, wasn't political, was nothing to do with who it was and what political party they belonged to. It was basically the law, the facts and the law. Now, he's declined to say anything about the actual, this is volume 2, this is the documents, stealing case, entertainment only, allegedly, and he's come out to say the report is under seal and I don't want to do anything that could be misconstrued as me not following court order. So really interesting timing, considering we have the Obama Presidential Center that contains a library. It's not actually just a library, but contains a library with all the past presidents and their partners, highly, highly qualified partners, I might add, between the masters and doctorates and law schools and every single one of those partners, absolutely. Didn't come over here on a pole dancing visa. So yes, here we've got potentially bringing forward information about the documents or something to do with the documents with the 9 of coins and the world card, end of an era. But this could also be bringing forward a new opportunity. There's something afoot. I'll tell you, there is something afoot. We also had Harris and Tim Walz going to Austria. Why Tim was there, I don't know. Why Kamala Harris was there, I don't know. To a climate change conference with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, if he's going to be the the Republican representative on some panel going forward, well, you know, there are worse choices, or at least somewhere in there as an ex-politician, but also much respected and well-known face. Okay, so really, really interesting. But what's also happened today, the DOJ accidentally released the sealed Jack Smith documents. The absolute idiot. So the DOJ, in supplying discovery regarding the case of Carmen Leinberger, now she was the one that sent case documents to herself under the recipes, titled, chocolate brownie or whatever it was. Yeah, I'll have that chocolate brownie recipe, thank you very much. And was caught doing so. I wonder who else she's actually sent them to, but that's beside the point. She was caught doing so. Well, these documents are sealed. They were not supposed to go to anybody else. I'm looking at msn.com, and it's titled DOJ Scrambles After Accidentally Releasing Sealed Jack Smith Report on Felon. But you can find this. This is everywhere at the moment. So what happened is with the discovery, the Justice Department transmission to Lineberger's lawyers included flash drives that were sent on the 3rd of June. Per a joint notice filed with the corrupt Canon, Entertainment Only. 6 days later, Lineberger's lawyers found a copy of the Volume 2 embedded in the files. Now, did they do that deliberately so that they could try and jeopardise the case by claiming the evidence was tainted or something along those lines? Or claiming that somebody else had sent them to her lawyers. Anyhow, apparently her lawyers, the defence counsel, voluntarily ceased review of all the discovery material, affirmed they had not examined the document in question, deleted all the material already downloaded, and cooperated with the DOJ to recover the flash drives the same day. So as soon as they realised that sealed report was there, they went, oh, hang on, and they backed away from it a million miles an hour. However, it's now out there that the DOJ had sent this. Oh, please. So what have we got here? As I'm splitting the deck, we've got the Fool. Is it just pure incompetence, which is exactly what we expect from this regime? Is it just pure incompetence, the Fool? Or were they trying to start something anew by doing something foolish, such as this? Because if you have a look at the Fool here, he's not, well, he is going off the cliff, but he's leading the dog with him. Okay, almost looks like a Pied Piper, even though they're buildings, not people in the background. And then we've got the Queen of Cups on the other side. Something being kept under wraps, something emotional. Did they do this accidentally or deliberately? Let's see what the cards say. Did the DOJ under Blanche send this sealed Volume 2 acts deliberately? Did they do it deliberately? Because that would not surprise me in the slightest. Did they do it? Did they send it deliberately? For whatever reason. Did they send it deliberately? I'm hearing testing, that they were testing. Okay, come on down, let's have a look. I turned it up the right way. Just the fact, anything else upside down in there? Did I do some upside downy shuffles? Or is that the only card that's upside down? Because if it is, I'm going to have to leave it upside down. Okay, it's the only card that's upside down, so it's meant to be. I don't normally read upside down. Upside down cards throw me. 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups is about loss, regret, something not going to plan, something emotional that has been undone. 3 cups spilt, 2 allegedly still upstanding. I think they did this deliberately to try and catch out the defence, to see if they would take the bait and act illegally. I mean, this criminal enterprise is so used to everybody acting illegally, they expect everybody to do so. There's regret in this, that it didn't go to plan. Challenged by the Lovers card. So this was some sort of agreement that was made, contract made. Why am I feeling that this is between Canon and Blanche? There's something. Anybody who's a lawyer out there, let me know what, if the defence had opened the files and looked at them and read through them and found out the evidence and stuff, what would that actually mean to this trial? Because I really feel like it was done on purpose. We got the Knight of Cups, the Trojan horse, something sent in disguise, something sent in supposed good faith, but wasn't really the energy it's stewing in. In water, so emotions, partnership, or fertility, looking for something fertile. In the past, the Nine of Cups, a lot of cups here. So it's all cups except for this Lover's card. I have a plan. That's what that feels like, that Nine of Cups. I have a plan. Didn't work. Ten of Wands. They didn't manage to get it home before it collapsed. I'm going to say they did this deliberately and it didn't work out. Wow. And so we've got the Ten of Wands and we've got the Nine of Wands. Something about a defeat here of some sort. I wonder what this feeling defeated is. Now he's sitting on what looks like a compass, trying to find a direction. Trying to find a direction. This failed. What else can we try in the immediate future? I'm not a lawyer. I have no idea. If anyone out there is a lawyer or knows why, if the defense had perused these files, it would have jeopardized something. Let's see where it goes. On the back foot, defensive, trying to defend what happened with the Seven of Wands. Internally, the alchemy, pouring from cup to try and produce something new. There's so much more to this. Let's have a look. Hopes and fears, a light being shone in the dark. Something coming out. Oh, I'm getting they don't want this Lineberger on the stand. They want this trial to fail because if she gets on the stand as a witness, man, and even hints at what was in those files because she's read them. Okay, let's see where it goes. The Six of Swords, trying to move through this treacherous water here. The Page of Swords, the whistleblower, which will be Lineberger, and the Ten of Cups. The Voters, Unity, ability to harvest with the Seven of Coins. The Knight of Swords, a harsh truth coming forward. And then the Ace of Pentacles, that's the document. And there's Jack Smith, the King of Swords. Got the Five of Pentacles and the Devil. Moral, financial, ethical corruption, but this could also be money changing hands in exchange for the documents and the Devil. Holy shimoli, let me just say that. They want to throw the case. They can't say, oh, we're not going to pursue because she was as guilty as anything. And then it's like, well, if you're not going to pursue, why? Well, let me put that card up the right way again. What did we start with? We started with the Five of Cups, and towards the end we had the Five of Coins. They want to throw the case is what I'm getting because of what the witness, they can't control what the witness is going to reveal. Tell me, what is the witness going to reveal? Oh, and then we've got the Chariot card. The military, bravo, Air Force Major Jason Watson. Taken away in handcuffs, released without charge. Bravo, glad it was the DC police, not those goons. Let's have a look. He is reminding, it's the devil again. Jumped out at me. What are they afraid is going to come out? Ties. The evil ties. What is the DOJ? Why is the DOJ trying to stop this trial from going ahead? So yeah, the corruption, the evilness, the ties. Because they know it would mean prison, arrest. No getting out of it, whatever it is, which is what they're afraid of. The sun exposing, fully exposing, shining a light. In the past, you've got that Ten of Swords. They know he is as guilty as what he did, and they know that it should have, except for canon, have been legally the end. Legally custard, unset custard. He was done, and he should have been done. Oh, Five of Wands at the top. The confused, conflicted messaging, the infighting that's happening behind the scenes. This was meant to happen. You promised me it would work. No, I never promised you. Yes, you did it. You failed, blah, blah. You know, this sort of really blame stuff going on in the which is crowning over it, this argument, this unproductive arguing about who's to blame and how it happened. And oh, I just heard, I told you we should have just snuffed her. You know what I mean when I say that. Man, they're panicking. Right, the immediate future, they're going to put up a facade of smoke and mirrors delusion here. They are delusional, let me put it that way. They have choices. They can do the right thing. Doubt they will. Emotional choices coming out of this argy-bargy carry on. What are they afraid she was going to reveal? She was going to be an incredibly strong witness. But they had come up with a plot, a plan. So strength looking at the sun, but facing the other way internally. They went, oh, this will work. They'll take the bait with the Nine of Cups. The fool off the cliff, the foolishness of it. They've shown themselves to, all it's shown is that they are foolish. They were hoping for this new, to, get out of town on this new start, get away from, get it stopped. Didn't work for them. The outcome, Ace of Swords. Love it. Four of Swords, the Minor Arcana, Death card, and the Queen of Swords. Wow, what an outcome. A lot of Swords energy. A lot of Swords energy in this whole reading, which is about truth-telling, truth coming forward. It's my Harris card. Death, truth coming out. Page of Cups, something out of left field that was unexpected. That'll restore the hope a hope in the star. You've got the White House, money changing hands. God, there's so much grifting. The money trail. Those living a life of luxury are going to find themselves unbalanced with the Two of Coins. Oh, just keeps going. But the Hierophant, the higher authorities, secrets being revealed. They don't want secrets they're trying to keep hidden. So I'm going to say this is the DOJ, the Hierophant, wanting to keep this all hidden. But the Four of Cups, they can't, and then you've got the Moon and the World, and the Temperance and the Judgment, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minor arcana surrounding the Four of Cups. They're trying to come up with a solution because the secrets will come out and it'll just be the end of an era. The Temperance card and the Judgment card. They're trying to spin something, but it's not going to work. Yeah, they're actually afraid of the witness getting on the stand. And they deliberately, that's what I'm getting, and it's what the cards are saying as well. They deliberately sent this information to the defense lawyers in an attempt to throw the case because they do not want Lineberger on the stand because of what she knows. Okay, I'm just going to pause you for a second. Hang on. Sorry about that. That was my gorgeous sister from overseas ringing via Messenger. Okay, what I want to have a look at is why is Jack Smith turning up now? So I'm going to use the Lightseers Tarot because he deserves them. So why is Jack Smith? Ooh. So we've had on the bottom the King of Pentacles. Some scholarly person regarding documents, guarding documents, and the World card as I split the deck, an end of an era, stepping through into a new era. Let's have a look. Why is Jack Smith now making an appearance? So we've had previous presidents, including, I believe, in the audience was, or part of was Pete Buttigieg, and I've always said Pete Buttigieg, and then we had Harris and Waltz over in Austria with Arnie. Why is Jack Smith making an appearance now? Let's have a look. Why is Jack Smith making an appearance? Let's have a look, Jack Smith. Why is Jack Smith making an appearance now, of all times? Timing. Timing is everything. Come on down, let's have a look. Why is Jack Smith making an appearance now? The Page of Wands. Bringing forward a message, an exuberance. Page of Wands. A subtle message, but I'm really drawn to the circle here as well. It's almost like a portal circle or something that's circular coming around. Okay. Strength, the second signifier, strength. Compassionate strength, strength of character, strength of position. Oh, is he bringing a tower? The Tower card, the energy it's stewing in. We had the Tower there for the felon as well, or the DOJ in regards to this case. I mean, this is the case. This Volume 2 case is the case that will show treason for having sold top secret documents, etc. Apparently one of them turned up at an auction. Was it in China or somewhere? So yeah, bringing with him a Tower moment. In the past, the hermit in isolation, holding on to all that he knew, but it was now time to come down and start the path forward. So the Hermit, keeping out of the limelight in the past, certainly back there now, and the crowning the reading, the Page of Pentacles. So pages are very much about relaying a message. Knights are like full-on messaging. Pages are more of a subtle version of it, of such. So this is very balanced, bringing forth subtle information about the documents or the document case. Where's it going to go? Oh, far out, man. The Death card in the immediate future. Significant ending, new beginning. Tower, tearing down so it can be rebuilt. Immediate future, death and rebirth. The Star of hope and healing externally. Internally, the Nine of Cups. It can be careful what you wish for, but internally, this is more about an emotional joy. The chest is open. The treasure inside is exposed. And this is about an emotional exuberance. Again, exuberance, same as that Page of Wands. Right, the hopes and fears, the Two of Swords. Removing the blindfold. Exposing the truth that is currently being protected. Out come the King of Cups. There's my Biden card. A wheel turning, karma coming and biting on the bum. And then the Queen of Cups. Some readers have this as their Harris card because Biden was the king. The emotionally mature leadership, the male leadership, the emotionally mature female leadership, and there's Jack, the King of Swords. Ten of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Ten of Swords. Bringing it all together, plan coming to fruition, stepping over into the new beginning. And then we've got the Ace of Swords, the truth coming out there. The Moon, about what was hidden, and the Hierophant. Got Judgment on the bottom. Just seeing what's coming. Of course, we've got the Four of Cups. Regret, but being given another offer. With that Four of Cups. Regret of what was. Judgment, regret of what was. But there is a new offer on the table here. The Two of Wands. A decision that needs to be made about the information that needs to be brought forward. The Ten of Cups, the Queen of Swords, that's my Harris card, and the Ace of Cups. New beginnings, new partnerships. Okay, Jack Smith is back in town and is part of whatever is happening. Do not be surprised at anything that occurs. I do not know how this is going to pan out. I do not know how this is going to go. I don't know how they're going to do it. But there's something here. And it doesn't matter who is the commander-in-chief and who thinks they're in charge of the Pentagon. There's movement happening. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Catch you shortly. Bye-bye.